Hello YouTube, this is Keith Kevin Ken. It's time again for another pocket dump deconstruction. It's Monday, bloody Monday, April 11th, 2016. That's April 11th, 2016 as I tape this on the East Coast. And what you see right there, that's my carry for today. It's kind of a small carry today. I took this picture, posted it on Instagram at Keith Kevin Ken. That's how you follow the feed, at Keith Kevin Ken. Just 7 minutes ago. Turned my iPhone 6S Plus to video, and now it's time to shoot the deconstruction where we talk through my EDC, how I came to pick these knives and then play with some knives. The watch today is my Rolex Datejust. It's the start of the business day, and I have a couple of meetings, so I figured I'd do that classic Rolex. My cigar to celebrate the day is a wonderful Cohiba. Can't wait. When I light that up, when I clip it and light it up, that means the day's over. So sometimes I'm too tired to clip it and light it up. I come home, I take a nap, old guy problems. Then I wake up and start smoking it. The coin today, I'm continuing with that presidential collection kind of coins that are coming from the U.S. Mint. This is the John Kennedy, President John Kennedy coin, as my lucky silver coin. Now, why in the world would my mind go to Robert Kennedy? I don't know. It's early Monday morning. Give me a break. My mind hasn't revved up for work. Anyway, that's my lucky coin today. It's the silver 1 ounce John Kennedy presidential coin from the U.S. Mint. The wallet is one of my regular thin wallets. The booze today is blended scotch. That's a Mont Blanc wallet. I had a brain freeze. It's early Monday. Give me some breaks, okay? And then, of course, I have a fancy smancy notepad. I have a bunch of meetings, so that has a lot to do with what I carried today and how I carried it after first thinking about carrying something else. So let's talk about the knives. This is Smithson. This is a Smithson notepad. I love the Smithson stationery and pencils and all of that. UK company. Now let's talk about the knives. My keychain knife today is a Kopa. Yes, you guys know the story, so I'll try to do it quick for those who don't know it. Spyderco went about putting together what they thought would be the definitive gentleman's folder collection, and it's called the Kopas. They made 16 knives, all of them with the same profile, VG10 steel, that wonderful little 2.4 inch leaf blade, that wonderful Spyderco blade profile, VG10. The only difference between all 16 of the gentleman folders is the scales. And so they picked a lot of exotic scales as well as some plain ones. They have G10. Yes, they have G10. They have, what else do they have? They have everything from giraffe bone to this beauty. This is what Spyderco calls 3 flavors. Steel bolster on this, steel bolster on most of the Copas. Every now and then they won't put a bolster, but for the most part, that's part of the profile. I'll talk about the 3 flavors in a few moments, as well as that clip. Do you see the clip? Real nice clip, real nice gentleman's folder. I actually have all 16. I just got all 16 just a couple of months ago after trying to get them for over 2.5 years. Okay, so this is the 3 flavors. The 3 flavors is they're really great. It represents the pearl, the abalone, and the black pearl. The pearl, abalone, and black pearl all mixed up into this wonderful pattern. Isn't that a beautiful knife? Ah, that's the flair for today. That's the Kopa 3 flavors from Spyderco. Again, pearl, abalone, and black pearl with those wonderful pearl stripes going through it. Ah, that's a beautiful. It just makes me feel nice every time. Sometimes I just reach in my pocket to feel my keychains, and that knife is so smooth and wonderful and makes me feel nice. When I throw it on the desk, everyone will ask me, "What kind of knife is that?" And it really, with that VG10 steel, it really can get some business done as well. This carry today really is a smaller carry. It didn't start out that way, and I'll talk about that when we talk about the knives that got away, but it really is a small carry. Another one of my favorite gentleman folders is the Reeve Mnandi. I love the Reeve Mnandis. I have 6 of them. I just adore them. I really do. This Reeve Mnandi has gabbin ebony as the scales on the tie liners, of course. Has that wonderful Chris Reeve integral lock. Although a lot of it is hidden by that gabbin ebony scale, it still is a frame lock, the Chris Reeve integral lock. Oh man, it is just a work of art. It feels perfect. Oh man, I really love it. You know, on a Monday, what you really need are great knives that make you feel good. You need everything that makes you feel good. I have my favorite Rolex. I have my Lucky Charm. I have a cigar just sitting in my breast pocket in my dress shirt, waiting to be smoked. And then, of course, we have this. Chris Reeve calls it the Mnandi. That's Zulu for very nice, and it is very nice. This particular one, along with the Gabbin Ebony, has the Chad Nichols Raindrop Damascus. I love these Damascus. 5 of the 6 of mine has Damascus on it, just because if you're going to go with a fancy, nice gentleman's folder like this from Chris Reeve, you might as well go Damascus. I really love it. It's a small knife, like I said, 3-inch blade, S35 VN steel. Of course, all of Chris Reeve knives is S35 VN these days. I really like it. Is very nice, and I really like it. And yes, it's just a little bit bigger than my Kopa keychain knife. Told you I'm traveling small. It did not start out that way, and we'll talk about that when we talk about the knives that got away. And then I have been trying to carry this knife. You know, it hasn't ended up in a lot of my knives that got away, because it's usually at night when I start thinking and my knives go and my mind goes to knives. When I'm watching YouTube videos or something, I always think about my double bevel. It's Spyderco's collaboration with the Hall of Famer Bob Terzuola, custom knife maker. Oh man, really the first collaborator, superstar knife making collaborator with Spyderco. They go way back. This is the double bevel. Guess why it's called the double bevel? Because Bob Terzuola put 2 bevels on it. Oh, it's so smooth. That's why I keep closing it and opening it up. It has G10 scales, just simple scales, VG10 blade steel, double bevel. So the bevel closest to the handle is hollow ground, so it gives you a lot of strength when you want to do some chopping or something. And then as it goes closer to that tip, that tanto blade tip, and you guys know I love a good tanto blade, it's that classic Spyderco flat ground that really does great slicing. Then you have the 2 points because it's a tanto, and man, you could do a lot of work with this. Nice, simple VG10 steel Terzuola with Spyderco. The collaboration with the double bevel. Usually, this is the medium carry for me. Usually, it really is the medium carry for me. But today, with all the meetings and everything, believe me, it was trial and error, and we'll talk about that in a few moments. But I decided to go pretty light today. There you have it. The keychain knife is the Kopa 3 flavors with all kinds of pearls in it. We have the very nice Mnandi from Chris Reeve. That'll go in a Mnandi sheath, a Chris Reeve leather sheath. And then we have the double bevel. Oh man, one of the collaborations from the superstar Bob Terzuola and Spyderco. It's so nice. That, my friends, piled up to the left-hand side. That is my daily carry, and when it was all nice and neat before we deconstructed it this Monday morning, I took that wonderful picture that's on Instagram at Keith Kevin Ken. So that's my Instagram, but of course, you know, this ain't Instagram. No, it's not. This is really the knife that got away. One of the knives that got away. I actually have 4 knives that got away and 6 knives I want to show you real quick. This right here is the other Terzuola collaboration with Spyderco. Oh man, look at this. It's the Spyderco and Bob Terzuola. Look at this. Smooth Starmate. It's called Starmate. It's just wonderful. If you ever are on Instagram, or maybe you're lucky enough to not afford, what am I talking about? It has nothing to do with affording. Lucky enough to find and get in your grubby hands, your grubby knife fanatic hands, an original Bob Terzuola. I haven't been that fortunate. Maybe one day. You'll recognize the profile. Of course, it won't have the Spidey hole on it. It's just a wonderful, wonderful hollow ground knife. VG10 steel. It seems simple, and it is simple. Has that liner lock. Has the skeletonized liners. Oh man, see-through construction. You see that skeletonized, the holes in there to make it light. But man, it's just a wonderful smooth blade. So I figured since I was in the case with Terzuolas, I might as well with the double bevel. I thought, maybe what I'll do is go 2 Terzuolas and then a Kopa. And then later I decided, I don't know. So I went on playing, and I figured since I had double bevel, because again, this set out to be my medium carry, not my larger carry. So I was thinking maybe putting those 2 together. And then I thought, since that's a double bevel, how about we do the triple threat? This is the blacked out version of the triple threat folder from Brous Blades. Here's the acid stonewash one, so you can see that triple bevel right there. This really is the knife. The Silent Soldier neck knife went off the charts, but this is really his first folders. The triple, I believe, I could be wrong, Brous Blades triple threat. I love these folders, man. They are so smooth. Look at that big hunk of blade with the jimping. Triple threat. 3 bevels on it. Man, that point. It's a beast of a knife. I love it's like jimping all the way down. There's the Brous Blades. It has that carved G10 scales, and I love the little clip. I really do. Man, it is smooth as silk. Look at that. Liner lock. That's smooth, folks. Liner lock. I thought I'd bevel it all over the place. I played around with doing the blacked out version. Then I thought the classic would be that acid stonewash version. So I was really thinking about going with it. These are the Brous Blades D2 steel. as always. G10 carved out handles. Oh man, one of his first folders. And the reason he came up with those folders is he had a very popular fixed blade called what? Triple threat. And so he had the triple threat fixed blade, and then he decided to try his hand on folders. And for me, the rest is recent history, because I just love Brous blade. I love these blades. I really do. I love the triple threats. They can do a lot of damage, and they just look beautiful. Yeah, I have the mate for the black one as well. So I was thinking about doing just a lot of bevels, 5 bevels in all. The double bevel, and then use my Brous Blades D2 steel triple threat folder. And then I thought, well, maybe what I really need to do, when I started saying let's go small, instead of the Reeve Mnandi that I love so much, before I went to the Reeve Mnandi, the knife that got away, yeah, I went crazy with Terzuola, Bob Terzuola, and the reason is they're all close in my 1550 Pelican case. So I was playing with them. Actually, these are in the 1600 Pelican case. And man, I thought this would be a nice medium knife. Now, this knife is just simply called the Terzuola Slip It. Again, Spyderco, this is the 4th collaboration between Bob Terzuola and Spyderco. He has some classic knives with Spyderco that's really beautiful. I have one of them. I should have brought it out next time we do Terzuola. This is, again, a slip joint. A slip joint, Spyderco calls it Slip It. Non-locking knife. This one has that wonderful carbon fiber peel ply. He has that G10 back spacer. He carries the black spacer all the way through into a lanyard hole, and then he provides the lanyard. It's made out of that material like we used to have on the handlebars, when you had a training wheel bike or a little tricycle. Yeah, I'm older. That's before the big wheel, youngins. A tricycle, and they were streamers. It feels like that. It's great that it's included so you can pull it out of your pocket. This slip joint has great steel, 35 VN steel. So it's actually, I'm sorry, S30V, not 35 VN, but S30V, great steel. Love the choil. I'm a choil fanatic. And usually with the Terzuolas, look, not that much choil with his collaboration with Spyderco. Not that much choil. He likes that straight profile. The reason he has a choil here, it's almost necessary. Because it's a slip joint, you want a choil so you can put your finger here for more protection, right? I love slip joint knives. People freak out. You mean it's not locking? Hey, for centuries, people just had fixed blade. And then for a lot of years, they had folding knives, and none of them had locks. Okay? Locks it's historical, but recent history. All right? That's why Chris Reeve, 30 years ago, could come out with the integral frame lock. And you know what? A lot of people still had 5 fingers. You just have to be careful. And usually when you're cutting, whether you're whittling or whatever, you're going against the pressure anyway. But this is nice. The modern one, especially from Spyderco, has a choil so your finger protects you. It also has that 90-degree stop. Most of the more contemporary slip joints have that. Just a little bit of a warning. So even when you're closing it fast, you get that stop to say, hey, are your fingers out of the way? Because I will snap those off. Really nice. I really like the slip joint from Terzuola. But of course, I like this very nice knife as well. So that's it. Those are the knives that got away. Kind of get my thinking. It all started with the double bevel. I wanted my double bevel. That's the Bob Terzuola collaboration with Spyderco. I've been wanting it for a while. I thought about teaming it up with the Brous Blades triple threat with 3 bevels on it. I brought these folders out. It's one of the first folders from Brous Blades, and I just love them as folders. Taken from, he did the folders after he had a lot of success with the fixed blades triple threats. So I thought about that. Then I thought about doing an all Terzuola, except for my Kopa carry. So I brought out the large Bob Terzuola collaboration with Spyderco right here. That's smooth. It's called the Starmate, folks, and it's a wonderful knife. But then I opted for the smaller size. I figured the double bevel, which usually is my medium knife, I'd use it as the large, and then I brought out the slip it. That's right, the slip joint, the Terzuola slip joint from Spyderco. And I passed on that and upgraded a little. I love this slip joint, but I brought in the very nice Mnandi from Chris Reeve with that Devin Thomas Raindrop Damascus. There you have it, folks. That's today's carry. It's a Monday, April 11th, and the only thing that's giving me energy is you guys. So thank you for that. Thanks for being here. Don't forget to thumb this up if you enjoy the video. Don't forget to crush that subscribe button. Our first goal is 500. Then my old knees will bend and I'll lift up one of my 1550 Pelican cases. The one that has the most expensive knives in it. That's what I've decided, and we'll go through it. So become a part of our group. But the most important part is become a part of our group so that YouTube makes sure that you know when I've uploaded a video, and you can be a part of this conversation and really this knife playground. Thanks a lot, you guys. You have a perfect day. Keep those pockets full. Goodbye.